Hello everyone, happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. My name is Estani. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a variety streamer, artist, and voice actress. Today we are going to be playing some more blueprints, and I'm hoping, very much hoping, it's going to depend on a little bit of RNG, but I am hoping that this will be our final session. In part because I'm ready to move on to new games. In part because it doesn't seem like there's much left to explore. And in part because it's going to be real frustrating if I do everything in my power to try to make that happen today and make no progress. But let's hope. Let's hope that we can do what we are setting out to do. And I'm being vague because there are some people hanging out in chat who are avoiding spoilers. But yes, hello, welcome on in everyone. I hope you all are having a good Friday so far. This feels awkward to say, but I suppose happy 4th of July to those who can find a reason to celebrate. I am not really one of those people at the moment. It sure is the 4th of July. Yep, that's about how I feel too. For those of you who will be impacted by the future Medicaid cuts, not for a year. They don't go in effect until 2026, so do what you can while you have it. And I've just raised my mug as if you could see it. Like in a cheers. How you doing, Saint? I hope you're well. Hello, Epona. I know that you said you were just popping in to say hi, but I'll say hello to you. Hello, Anta. Hope y'all are hanging in there today. I got a lot of meal prep done before the stream, and so I'm also feeling tired. But I feel glad that I got done what I needed to get done. Hi, Furman! Thank you so much for the 35 months! Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I'm feeling a little tired and warm from all the cooking. Went and picked up the Between after watching that talkback. It's so good. I can't wait to play it. Can't wait to run it. I am interested in playing it. I was talking to Dark Lavender Void, one of my tabletop role-playing game friends, about the Between and how it's one of the first games I came across that I think I want to run more than play, which is really interesting because I'm almost never in that space. Like, I almost always want to be a player because it's the easier thing to do. I'm not much of a world builder. I don't really feel like I know what I'm doing for running a game. But I think it was more just that I hadn't found the right system that really vibes with how I want to tell stories. And so I'm very excited for the future with that. Anything else to mention? Oh, I'm doing Art Fight. I mentioned, I think on Tuesday, that was going to be starting. I've done 6 attacks so far, doing lots of art. If you want to check out my art, the best place to find it is on my Patreon, where you can join up for free to see all of my posts that go free to view, which is most of them. But I'm also posting it in Discord and on social media, so feel free to share in all those places. It's been stellar. Thank you. I've been very excited that I've had the creative energy to work on all that stuff. And I always enjoy when people react positively when they're like, oh my gosh, you drew my character and it looks so good. Like, I don't know, that just always feels good. But yeah, it's been good to have the energy to do Art Fight again because it's been a lot of fun so far. But yeah, I've done 6 attacks. I might do a 7th after I'm done streaming. We'll see where my energy levels are at because I'm also real tired today. I'm also very much resisting the urge to watch ahead on Apothecary Diaries because I want to watch more of Apothecary Diaries. I'm really enjoying the anime. All right, let's start talking about blueprints. The first thing I'm going to say is I have a professional relationship with Raw Fury. I have to disclose that whenever I play a game that they've published, and they publish blueprints. So there we go. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and load up the game and we're going to get started. I want to start watching things again. Anta. It's very, very good. It is one of Kelsey and Corey's favorite animes like ever. Thank you so much, Saint. We'll see you later. Have a good rest of your day. At least the English dub, and I have also watched it in Japanese, they're both very good. Like the voice acting is very good on both counts. My elevator pitch for Apothecary Diaries would be it's what if House MD was a less acerbic, very cute girl, anime girl, who's also an apothecary, set in a historical Chinese castle. It's very good. I'm enjoying it immensely. So yeah, if you're looking for something to watch and you're thinking, oh, maybe Apothecary Diaries, watch it. I was at the point where like Netflix kept recommending it to me and I kept putting it off, being like, I don't know. It doesn't look that interesting. I bet it's fine, but I don't know if I'm in the mood for this. I should have watched it ages ago. It's very good. Congratulations, Anta! Congrats on your promotion! All right. Let's get started on day 110. My VODs are starting to catch up to my stream, which is also a part of a reason why I want to finish this game and move on. Because I'm posting 2 VODs a week, but now I'm only playing it once a week. And so yeah, it's catching up real fast. I don't know how I agreed to it, but I have to live with my own decision now. I mean, just for now, really. You only have to live with it for now, and then you can always change jobs later if you're not happy with it, and use that experience to hopefully benefit you. Oh, we got car keys. Well. So I have a couple of things I want to do today. One of those things is I would really love to get a lot of money, power the laundry room, and then there's a machine that lets you swap your money with your stars. So if I have a lot of money, I can get a lot of stars, which would be very nice. I actually have a couple of things I want to test with outer rooms, because I haven't... There's a blessing you can get from the shrine called the Blessing of the Monk, which lets you draft basically any room to this outer room. What do we do today? Well, if we're trying to get money, I guess a tomb. But there are a couple of rooms that I have not yet drafted to the outer chamber. the grounds, I suppose you would call it. So I want to experiment with that. I want to get a watering can and do a couple of experiments as well, because we're still trying to solve the clue that was left hidden in the family core. And I haven't been thinking about this too much, but there's a part of me that is fairly convinced that the watering can plays a role. So I need to get my hands on a watering can. All right, what is in here? Hammer. Let's grab that. And I also want to open up more chests in the trove. So I have a lot of things on my task list today. Start gaining stars, I think. We don't really need security. We could do the breaker box here. It's actually not a terrible place for it. We still have 3 exits we can keep exploring, and then we can go up the foundation if we need to. Let's just do the breaker box here. And then we can turn the garage on, the gymnasium off. Also interesting that the cabinet is crossed out. Don't know what that means. It's also missing a switch. It does make me wonder, is there a way we can repair that? But I have no idea. Well. Let's start by going this direction. We want to turn left. We are gonna redraw because none of these turn in the right direction. Ooh. Let's do the mailroom. Because again, we can still go up through the foundation if we get really blocked in, which it seems like we might get really blocked in. I'm gonna redraw. Okay, I think we'll do the break room here. Turning in the right direction, it does block off this exit, but that's fine because it still gives us more pathways to go. All right, let's do some mathematics. 10 divided by 1 is still 10. Minus 7 is 3. Times 3 is 9. Times 2 is 18. Whoa, okay. 6 divided by 3 is 2. No. Divided by 6 is 1. Squared is still 1. Times 6 is 6. Times 6 again is 36. Divided by 18 is 2. Squared is 4. But we can't... Oh, I think we can hit 4. We just don't use 4. There we go. I would like to keep going straight through. So let's do the corridor here. And maybe let's backtrack to the den. We can go this way. Second break room? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're very complicated now. Okay, 1/3 of 20 is a little less than 7, but then we can round it to 7, so this should be 7. Okay, 11 times 2 is, no, times 1, because that's divided in half. Is slashed. So that's still 11. Then I have to square it and invert it. What is 11 squared? Well, 10 squared is 100. So let's break this up. So 10 plus 1 squared, and then you'd FOIL it. 100 plus 2 times 1 plus 22. All right, hold on. 10 1 10 1 100 outer 10 inner 10 last 1 1 2 1 inverted should still be 1 2 1. Minus 20 is 101. Minus 1 is 100. Divided by 20 is 5. Divided by 1 should be 5. Hey! Math! Math, math, math. I don't feel like grabbing my notebook, so I did that all in my head. Would not recommend. I guess den is fine here. Let's do a tomorrow hallway. I'm very tempted by the observatory, but I think I'm gonna do the security room just to give me ways to keep moving forward. I mean, I will say this, I was sketching things out, but more like I was using my finger to like draw on the desk in front of me. I didn't write anything down, but I did like go, okay, this is where would be I was doing the FOIL method for multiplying polynomials. It's okay, this is the outer. And then that would be the inner, and then that's the last. And then, so that's 100 plus 10 plus 10 plus 1. But I will say, I generally, for some things, like for that, I would have just written it out, but I didn't want to grab my notebook. I don't want to use my special key here. I think we just use a regular key. I wouldn't mind the garage, honestly. Yeah, there we go. Now, normally I wouldn't be a fan of this, but yes, we get our secret garden key. We get a battery pack, which I don't really think I'll have a use for today. And it also gives us a shortcut to the tomb if we'd like it, or to get to the entrance hall, like the front of the house, we could go up through the foundation. So I think that is fine. However, it does mean we only have one way to go through security or the corridor. Obviously not both. So I guess let's go this way because it's fewer steps. Let's do the Great Hall here. I need to get my hands on lockpicks, honestly. I think we just pass through. This is actually a really good place to use my silver key. The aquarium is tempting, but I think let's use the vestibule. Ooh, closed exhibit. That works well. Because that means we'll probably end up with some lockpicks. We could also potentially get our hands on this crown if we can find a good way, like a good room here in the Great Hall that has a door pointing there. Where do I want to go? I could force this to take me to a green room. I'm a little bit worried about the gem cost. So I think let's do the dining room here. And then we'll come back here later. Unlucky. I'm gonna redraw here, I think. The dark room's not terrible because we can go back to the utility closet to turn it back on, and it gives us more ways to go. So I think we'll do the dark room. We'll just kind of poke in here briefly, and then we'll come back. Down here, this and the veranda are kind of doing the same purpose. So let's do the veranda. Because it'll, yeah, give us an upgrade so we can get more stars. And then also there's items potentially either in here or it'll make it more likely we draw items elsewhere. Which I'm about that. All right, so for here, we definitely want to turn to the left, which means we're going to redraw because I don't want to put the passageway here. Well, that is not gonna happen. So I guess let's do the boudoir. We can still come down here through the dark room, and then this will give us more dice. And also a gem. Ooh, treasure trove. Yeah, let's do the treasure trove. The study's tempting, but I would like money. Alright, I'm gonna need my notebook now. Okay. Ooh, it's handwritten. Where are my trove notes? Here. So we're on number 34. It is a green note. Black box. We've got our flame symbol. And it is handwritten. Which is interesting. And it says, the family core can be found in a red room with a 5-letter name. I don't think that's true. Because we found it in the vault. If that was true, what would that room even be? Yeah, I'm not even convinced there are red rooms that have 5-letter names. It doesn't look like. Because the chapel is 6, and that's the small, and furnace is 7. Those are the smallest named rooms. Strange. All right. I suppose let's go up to the foundation. So that way we don't have to open the Great Hall yet. If it'll let us. It will. Okay, good. And then we can see about going down this way. I suppose we'll do another boudoir then. That's not where I wanted this to go, because we're getting a little bit closed off. But it will give us more dice. And we are getting more stars. Okay, so here we want it to turn left if possible, because that will give us a chance to get the crown. If it goes straight and left, that would be, I think, ideal. Oh. Well, I mean... Oh, we can't afford it. I guess we have to do the reading nook if we really want that crown, and I would really like that crown. I could re-roll, but I don't really see a need to. All right, let's go. All right. Now this is where it gets a little bit dicey. Again, we still do have the dark room where we can progress on if need be. This is not the place where we want the Chamber of Mirrors. Actually, no, we would want it one further on anyway. I think we're gonna redraw with our crown. Quite like the passageway here. My feet hurt, but it was all worth it for dinner. I'm sorry your feet hurt, Sho, but I'm glad your dinner was a success. You know, this isn't a terrible place for a laundry room. If we can attach a boiler room. Elise loves my croquettes, so it's always a success. Very nice. Ooh, a little bit of a concern about the boiler room, though, is I only have one gem left. And it costs a gem to draft. We could do the weight room because it has ducks in it. And we do have a dining room nearby. Let's do the weight room. That's fine. That gives me more opportunities to connect it. Forgot my manners. You're allowed to run in here excited. That's fine. Yeah, it looked amazing. Thank you so much for sharing pictures in Discord. We could do a gymnasium because I think there are also ducks in the gymnasium, and I've turned off the gymnasium. I can't tell, so I'm not going to worry about that. We're looking for a boiler room. Boiler room, perfect. And I think that's pointing in the direction I want it to go. We may as well go ahead and open this. Cool. Let's do a den. I wanted to do the pool, but we don't have any gemstones. But this will make it so we can get back to the dining room quite quickly. Oh, I thought I had unlocked dinner and I have not. Let's do that like now. You can if you'd like to. I don't know that it's something I would make anytime soon, to be quite honest. Okay, we have to walk in here. And then I think we can open the other side through the Great Hall, so I'm kind of not inclined to mess with the levers here. I greatly misread the intent of your messages then. I'm just lazy. I would love to eat it, but I don't want to make it at this point. Like, if you were here and making it for me, I would be thrilled. But At least at the moment, I'm like, I don't want to cook anything. I hope that makes sense. I might make it at some point. I don't know. Yeah, it's not just that. It's also just that I feel tired today. And so the idea of making anything is unpleasant. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna have lots of gems. So now we can run down and eat dinner. More steps than that would be nice, but this is what we have to work with. Okay, so now we can head up to the laundry room, but I think we need to hit the treasure trove first. Yes, this is probably the fastest way to do that. It's very much a weekday recipe for me though, because there isn't much cleanup and it's not super prep intensive. I do have a food processor, which helps. I don't use it very often, but I technically own one. We are gonna have so many stars if this works the way I think it does. Well, we're going this way. Up through the foundation into the laundry room. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's get as much money as possible. I don't need money. Oh, I misread this. It's with your allowance. I thought it was with your money. I don't want to reduce my allowance. I mean, I guess I could. I don't need it that much. I thought it was just gonna be my money though. My allowance is 99. My stars are 68. If we draft a treasure trove, that's really not that bad. And we do get a treasure trove most of the time. I think I'm gonna do it. I've left. Okay. I was like, oh, I should probably get more gems or something. Completely forgetting that I've already stepped out of the room. Ooh, let's do the Chamber of Mirrors, because I think I can actually get there. Okay. So I'm not doing what I intended to be doing, but I am doing something. No fruit in here. Okay. Let's go through here. We want to turn left. Ooh. We now have 101 stars. All right. From here, down here. I have a feeling the blue note that's in here is either going to be in one of these side rooms, which is rude, or it's going to be up here. I do not need another break room. I'm really hoping the note's up here so we can just get it and then not have to worry about it. I do not want another pantry. All right, looks like it's not up here. We'll however take the money. One last look. All right, I don't think it's up here. Let's head back down. I'm a little bit worried about my step count. Oh, it's here. Nice. Now the only thing that we're missing is the foundation, which I probably will not be redrafting. If an item would be spread into the Chamber of Mirrors, 4 of those items are spread instead. Makes sense. Okay. So we basically have all of those now, except for one, which I'm not super worried about the last one. I guess we just go through the dark room. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We can at least end in a blue room, but we won't necessarily end in a break room unless we find more food. I think I'm okay with that. Should we solve the math? May as well. Half of 3 plus half of 7. We can just do 7 plus 3 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay. 10. minus half of 3, which is 1.5. Round to the nearest whole number. So... okay, hold on. 10 minus 1.5 is 8.5. So it rounds up to 9. Minus something that is really small, so it's going to round to 9. Minus 1.5, which is 7.5, so it should be 8. Ooh, there's an apple. That helps. Sure. I got lots of gems. We'll see what this is. Oh, well, that'll be useful for later. Tomorrow. We don't need to step in there. Okay, so from here, if I want to get to the Great Hall, the fastest way is through here. Ooh, do I want to do that? I mean, we're already in here. We have 6 steps left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We could still make it to the break room if I really want to start tomorrow with a key card. And I really do. If we had more steps, I'd be a little bit more exploratory, but I don't, so we're just going to go call it. All right, our garden jigsaw house of tomorrow is complete. Right. Now we need to draft an observatory because I am curious what new constellation likely appears now that we've hit over 100 stars. And I need to work on either adding more stars or more allowance. Ooh, I will take my stuff. Maybe we'll do a trading post if we can draft one. And see if we can trade for that watering can. Yep, let's do that trading post. Key card trades for rabbit's foot, no. Lockpick, night. Dice, no. Coupon book for compass, no. You at least go back there. Wait, where'd I get the die from? Oh, from drafting a shop, of course. I forgot. I still have the blessing of the high roller going. All right, let's start with the den. More gems is always good. Let's do a workshop. And a second den. Why not? I've earned it. This is not a bad spot for a dining room. Let's go and do that. Turning to the right would be ideal. Ooh, but I did say I wanted an observatory. We'll do a break room here. Add a word to Spiral of Stars, then. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, game. I need more observatories. I think we do the lab here because I would like to get an experiment going. Let's hope we draft hallways off of hallways. Oh, and I haven't been in this den. I guess we'll dip in real quick. I'm debating, do I do this or do I come back to this? Yeah, let's do this real quick. We can also get our chests. I am so curious where the Spiral of Stars ends up now. Ooh. Commissary or Geist bedroom? I think commissary. Because it's like the best of both worlds. Yeah, I think we'll buy everything. I would like the treasure trove, so we'll do that. Okay, so now we've got a white box with the flame symbol. Oh, and I need to add to my to-do list. Six. Spiral of Stars. And like 3 question marks. Okay, this one we're pretty sure is false. 35. It is a red memo. So already we know it should be false. It is in a white box. It has a flame symbol. And it's not handwritten, it is printed. Calendars never hide important dates. We know that's lies. Okay. So from here, we want something that turns to the right. None of these do that. These are all bad. Let's redraw. I guess we'll do a break room. We could do the boudoir, but then the only ways we would have to progress is this break room and this pool. I'm not thrilled by that. All right, let's do some mathematics. 10 minus 10 is 0. 0 times 0 is still 0. Times 4 is still 0. Minus 2 is negative 2. Squared is 4. Okay. 1 plus 4 is 5. Oh, okay. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. Plus 8 is 12. So we're starting with 12. Minus 18 is negative 6. Minus 1 is negative 7. Minus 1 is negative 8. Squared is 64. I missed this. Hold on. So we had 12 here, right? Times 5 is 60. Minus 1 is 59. Minus 1 is 58. Minus 18 is what, 30? No, 40. So we're at 40, and then we have to square that. So that's what? That's entirely too big. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. All right, so 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 8 is 12. Times, oh, it's not 5, that's why. It's times 2.5. Is 30. Minus 1 minus 18 minus 1 is 10. That is much more reasonable. Squared is 100. Divided by 1 is still 100. Divided by 2 is 50. So it's 50 divided by 2.5 is 20. Jeez. You know, just old school darts before your time show. You wouldn't know. I am from 92. I am ancient. You are baby. I have learned. You are baby. Oh, wait, I already have a laboratory. That's fine. We could do something with the shelter later, maybe. Actually, it'd be interesting to do it now. Yeah, I forgot I already had an experiment going. But yeah, I'm curious to see where our radiation levels are at. 12 microsieverts or higher. Wow, we're only at 0.11? And it would have to be 12. Wow. You have to run a lot of experiments to make that happen. Ooh. I think we'll do the courtyard. Because we have a shovel, so we can do some dig. We have a hammer, so we can smack that. Just bring some polonium with you. I don't think I have any on hand. I guess I could check the commissary. Oh no, but we bought out the commissary and they didn't have any polonium. Alas, what am I to do? Maybe we can put in some kind of request. I'm on a watch list because I bought radioactive materials for a friend. Why? Why? To what end? I think I would like this to lead me to a green room. So let's go and do the secret passage. Yes, I am aware of that. I'm just curious what you had to buy or what you wanted to buy. We made a cloud chamber for his physics class. Okay. Ooh. Let's do the spare veranda. I just really want to increase my chance of finding items in green rooms because I'm looking for that watering can. And then here, I really want to draft the greenhouse. Oh, I don't think it's going to happen. Well, the drawing room could help us. He thought thorium rods weren't enough to show his middle schoolers and high schoolers. Oh my goodness. All right, come on. Well, boudoir it is. We can maybe get a greenhouse on the other side of the estate. Rotunda here is pretty good. Could do the boiler room. I think I like the rotunda better, though. Don't even have to rotate it yet, because I want to go this way. Alright, we got a redraw. One more redraw. So be it. Oh, I just realized these ones... Oh! I lucked into it. I was gonna say this is probably quite solvable, but I'll take my random chance. Apparently the reaction of the kids when he told them, oh, you're constantly getting irradiated and you don't even know it, was priceless. Yeah, gotta love that stellar radiation. Or cell phones. Let's do a clock tower. I'd love to start tomorrow with keys. The idea that you're constantly blasted with radiation anywhere and nowhere is safe is funnier, I guess. It is funnier. I'll give it that. I don't think I've ever seen a cloud chamber before, which is kind of weird to think about considering how much I studied radiation in school. Sounds cool, though. All right, do we rotate here? I mean, I feel like we go to the drawing room first. But maybe we also rotate this. So that way, if we're coming up from the south, we can potentially pop in here. But this gives us free redraw. Ooh, do we just passageway here? I mean, it's a good place for a passageway. Yeah, I think we passageway here. I was tempted by the aquarium, but I think passageway is the way to go. Tech Ingredients has a really cool video on them, which was the inspiration and basis for our build. That sounds very cool. I'll have to look it up later. Hopefully I remember. Ooh. Ooh, not ideal. But we can go through the rotunda, so let's do the sauna. Because that will just kind of help us make tomorrow a little bit easier. Yes, I'd love that if you don't mind. Ooh. Oof. I mean, I think we just do the laundry room because I don't want the weight room there. That'll give us a dye. And if I need more gems or keys, I can come back here and launder my currency. Let's see. I think let's rotate our... Oh, yes, we do know that. Rotate our rotunda. And see what we get through here. Oh, we can rotate. Good. I was a little tempted by the vestibule. I think I kind of want to do the hallway. And we can rotate it like this. So it's in the most convenient position. Just in case we end up opening that. I don't know if we will or won't, but let's see. And we've got a silver key. I think let's use that here. Ooh, I think here's where we do the passageway. Because that'll trigger our experiment, which gives us a star. And then maybe we will get lucky and find more hallways. I could afford the throne. Do I really want the throne, though? I think the closed exhibit makes more sense. Okay, before we leave the passageway, I guess chapel, because I don't want to use my die. But we won't go in there. And I guess here we'll do the break room. And we'll do some mathematics. All right. 7 plus 8 is 15. Invert that. It's 51. Plus 10. 61. Inverted is 16. Hey. Okay. 10 divided by 10 is 1. Squared and squared is still 1. Times 10 is 10. So it's 1. Easy. Okay. I feel like this is probably going to be another conservatory on offer. I hope it's also a greenhouse, though. Ooh. None of these options are great. I'm not super worried about gaining more stars. Classroom's kind of useless. Locksmith is also kind of useless. Yeah, if we can make it to the break room, we'll stop there. So I think the locksmith makes more sense and will give us a die. We could also buy a special key, which could be useful. Let's see what we get. Ooh, secret garden key's fine. And we've got plenty of keys. I was thinking, like, while I'm here, should I just fill up on keys? I don't think it's possible I would use all 10 keys. So I think we're good to just carry on. Let's do... Gosh. Aquarium. Oh my goodness. Oh, because of our increased chance to find items in green rooms, because this is a green room. Secret garden key. No items in here, except for the apple, I guess. Kind of hoping we'd find the watering can in here. I guess not. But that's part of the reason why I'm trying to find the greenhouse. And maybe I should have drafted it earlier when it came up as an option. But I just really wanted to increase our chance of finding items in green rooms first. Let's see. I don't like any of these options. I suppose let's do the foyer. Not that I think anything's going to be locked. I just like that it goes straight down. I think I want to redraw. Greenhouse! I'm so glad I redrew. All right. Watering can. Okay. We need a library now. Oh, I can use the lever there. Do I want to do that? Maybe. Not ideal, but acceptable. I don't think there's any reason right now to go into the antechamber, so I'm gonna skip that. I can't do the reading nook here. It's not the place for it. I might not be getting to the foundation today. I guess we'll do a foyer. And then press on. Conference room's fine. With a free banana. Speaking of, I think I have 2 bananas left that I bought at the store, and they're starting to get a little overripe. So I may need to figure out some kind of dessert thing to make with them. Oh, it's rotated the wrong way. Let's redraw. Oof. These are not great options. I guess let's do the cloister. Banana bread. I think you normally need more. I guess I could probably. I'd have to look up a recipe. Because I think normally You need eggs for banana bread, and I do not have any eggs. Well, I wish this was rotated the other way, but I do want this armory. Yes, we're gonna buy a shield. Ignore the negative effects of any one red room. Could be quite useful. We're also gonna buy a morning star. You could use aquafaba if you have chickpeas but not eggs. I do not have chickpeas either. Okay. We need to head back here, I think. Go to the pool. That is our best chance of getting a library. I think I would also be fine with a coat check. I know there are recipes that use bananas as like a base for an ice cream, where you like cut up the bananas and then freeze them, and then while they're frozen you throw them in a food processor and then like add stuff to it. But I only have 2 bananas, so it almost feels like a lot of effort for not a lot of gain. But there are other desserts that use bananas. Like I've made banana cookies in the past, and I'm pretty sure there were no eggs in that recipe. I do have chocolate chips, and I do have milk. So in theory, that is something that I could do. Yeah, I feel like if I did something like that, though, what I would want to do is make a few and then have some to save for later. But I'm very much the kind of person where, like, I want to put effort in to then reap rewards for later, rather than, oh, I'll just cook every day, it's fine. I guess we'll do the West Wing Hall, and then we're looking for a reading nook or a library. I do not have any rum or ice cream. Hi, Nick. Thank you so much for the hydration reminder. And the other self-care redeems. Thank you, thank you. I'm doing a stretch right now. All right, let's see. Library or reading nook? There we go. Okay, so it's either not the watering can or it's not just the watering can, which makes sense. Banana chips in the oven. I could do that. I do like banana chips. Where do I want to go? I want to go find water sources. Oh. Totally missed that. I don't think I've ever made them homemade before. I think I've only ever bought them. So if we're using this to carry water, we probably need to empty it first. So I think, yeah, the next goal... Hello. It's a lot of money that I'm not going to bother picking up. I'm going to empty this watering can. And then I guess see if there's any place we can potentially fill it. Okay, so let's take a look. What are our options? The pool is empty and we can't fill it up there. Fried plantain. I've never had that before, but it sounds good. Yeah, we can't fill the pool back up, so that's not an option. I have no water sources in any of these places. The aquarium is probably a no-go, but we could give it a try. There is like a fountain in the secret garden we could try. Technically there's water dripping from the greenhouse, but I wouldn't call that still. It's more flowing. Sauna doesn't really have water in it, so probably not there. Laundry room doesn't have a tap hookup. Like, we couldn't mess with that in the pump room. It's like, it doesn't look like that's an option. Cloister doesn't have water. So I think our only options are maybe the secret garden, maybe the fountain. There's a bird bath near the outer chamber. I wish to fill up my watering can. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't even look like it has any water in it. While we're here, I guess we could just kind of poke at anything that looks like a container. Oh, we've got this we can dig up. Wait. There's water. I didn't even realize there's water in there. From the distillery. That's what that means. Okay. We need to go back to the library. Okay, how do we get to the library? This way. I'm very hype. Okay, okay, okay. Ooh. A hidden hue. From prism pristine, 3 paths convene, 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen, 3 colors to count, a sum of 18, but the one left hidden remains to be seen. And it also looks like it's indicating this room potentially. It's hard to tell. I need to write this down. You still get so excited. I love a puzzle. Okay, so what does still mean? Something else. It means the distillery. All right. Book 1. A hidden hue. From prism pristine, 3 paths convene. Three lines of light, 3 shades foreseen. Hi, Kelsey. You should check out Drawed. It's definitely on my radar, but I have so many other things to check out. But I'm not considering it. We'll put it that way. 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen. That sounds like it's referring to the boiler room. The lines of light being the lighting up of the ductwork. Three shades foreseen because it's like blue, maybe. Three colors to count, a sum of 18. That I'm not sure what that means. Unless it's referring to like family core stuff with like, or numeric core mathematics somehow. One of those games where you have those aha moments a lot and it's so good. I do love an aha moment. But the one left hidden remains to be seen. What does that mean? Three cubed is 18, of course! And then it shows the blueprint, and it looks like it's rank 7, column 2, has like a little circle of dots. Like that looks intentional. in a way that none of these other ones do. Though maybe this, but probably not. Especially because it's not like in a room. So I'll make a note here. Possibly indicating to draft something at rank 7, column 2. And then I guess I'll make another note. Revealed a Mount Holly, like the blueprint of Mount Holly. All right, there's nothing else in this book, it looks like. This also looks significant, but I'm not sure if it's intentional. So I think I'm going to put a little star by this, and then we're going to do our little third note. Is like a little squiggle that kind of looks like the flame symbol, but I'm not sure that it is anymore. But there's a squiggle between ranks 1, 2, 4, and 5. In column 1. Kind of looks like, then I'm putting this in quotes, flame symbol. And then I'm gonna draw it. All right, and then we have a book here. Tended rose vine. So we're still, that's the same swirl. Oh, it says your mother or they. And for a second I was like, is our mom, is that her real name? But no, that's our great-grandmother. Okay, so book 2. A message from great gran or they. My dearest darling son, I am quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far, yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured, the end of the spiral is near. She says, the end of the spiral is near. And then we'll make a little note. Spiral of stars. Stay vigilant and rose wary. What does that mean? For the thorn, or I guess wary of a rose. For the thorns we discover are twice as sharp as the conclusion of each of our journeys. One final counsel I will leave you. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. The West Spring. I had so many plans, but not enough dreams. Your mother, or are they? The waters of the West Spring. Shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. Now I'm wondering, do we put the garage at around rank 4 or 5 and then open it up and go out? Will that reveal a West Spring maybe? Shall yet reveal more secrets. Boop, boop, boop. And then we've got on the other page the spiral of stars and another anagram for, this says tended rose vine. So opposite page, which has got to be an anagram for something. I know solving that anagram denoted in verse. I think we could probably spell denoted with verse with this as well. DENOTEDINVERSE. Yep, you can spell denoted with verse. So we've got tended rose vine, denoted in verse. I'm so bad at anagrams. Is one of my puzzle weaknesses. Does it never end? Is another one. So we've got, actually, I'm going to number these. Feel free to tell me, show, because I'm real bad at it and would love some help here. So we've got denoted in verse. Does it never end? Investor needed. I don't quite see. I mean, I did stumble across that one or something similar, I think, when I plugged this into an anagram solver. And I don't know how that fits in, but it definitely is an anagram. Oh, I had oh wait, yeah, I had a seated inventor, which felt relevant because the seated inventor, if we think of the person who invented the gem flowers as the seated inventor, that would be Denny Ravain. And then the other one I have is deed invert ones, and I don't know at all what that could be. Well, since I have my magnifying glass. So I think we can probably presume that this is the significant symbol. I just don't know what the rest of this means. What would a pristine prism be? Do we have anything prismatic? Not really. From prism, pristine. 3 paths convene. The 3 paths, again, makes me think of the boiler room and the 3 pathways that you can send it. No. There is a prism key. You're right. I'm not sure. Because then it says 3 lines of light, 3 shades for scene. I might have to look back at Alzara's messages or prophecies, or because he's told us some fortunes. I didn't write down the last one because it was really a lot. Too much to actually write down. But what did we... A room you can see outside from? Possibly? But even if you can see it outside, there's really no way to get to it. Alright, let me look at our Rumpus Room notes. They have all of the features except for the last one. So in the first one we had a boy on the shore of white sand. White's kind of irrelevant here. Seeking something he was told he would not find. There's a black cat, and it's tied to a red flag. There's a door marked by a rogue moon, which we know what that means now. In our second vision, we saw Holly Estate in ruins. 8 red envelopes, but we can only read 7. There's a letter missing. A thief broke into the estate and took an item from the entrance hall. And I'm being watched by someone. I mean, also dare not backseat. I'm not as worried about it at this point. I feel like if you don't know what's going on, like if you don't know how to solve this, I don't mind you chiming in with your thoughts. But if you do know the answer, that's when you keep it to yourself. All right, the fourth one, we've got children running through a forest. Simon is old with grandchildren, all in the same chair in the drawing room. I was wondering if this was a hint to a safe code. The fifth one, statue in the center of a stone courtyard. A sentinel, king-like, male angel with a shield. Maze of stone pathways. We will wander these. Shows me sitting at what looks like a station or outside of a bistro. I think it's a station. But off the manor's east wing. Waiting for the day to end. And the clock looks like it shows 12:15. And then I wrote final vision, lots going on, not sure what's significant to note, so rewatch and security if necessary. All right, well, I'm real glad we at least found this today. I don't think there's much point going back to the trading post. So, I think we go to the break room and call it a day. And then we will take a break in real life. And then when we come back, I will maybe figure something out. We've already looked at this, right? Yes. I'm real curious what the whole deal is with the spiral of stars. Why am I beeping? I got coins. I mean, there's really no point in eating dinner, but let's eat dinner. Oh, and let's solve math. There's no need to do it, but I want to do the math puzzle. 20 minus 20, 0. Minus 3 is negative 3. Divided by 3 is negative 1. Squared is 1. Times 4 is 4. Okay. 31 inverted is 13. Minus 31. I hate it already. So, okay. We just take 31, subtract off 13, and then make it negative. So, 18? 28, yeah, 31. So that would be negative 18. Plus 20 is 2. Inverted is still 2. Plus 15 minus 14 is plus 1, so that's 3. Oh. Okay, no, that's fine. Plus 18 is 21. Inverted is 12. Now we call it a day. That was pointless. I just wanted to do it. Okay. So, I'm definitely thinking that these hints are leading us to drafting something here. I'm just not quite sure what I'm missing. Because we have 3 colors to count a sum of 18. I don't quite know what that means. We've got 3 lines of light, which again, I feel must be from the boiler room. We cannot use the prism key to draft a blue room, though. Ooh, but if it's from Prism Pristine, maybe we can unlock it with the prism key without actually using it. If it's Prism Pristine, maybe it means it untinted prism key. Interesting. We will figure that out later. First, we're going to take a break. But yes, I think our next goal is to get our hands on a prism key. Alrighty, let's go to the break screen. If you've been here the whole time, or even if you haven't, this is a great time to get away from the screen, go stretch, go get a drink, get a snack, take any meds if you need to. We're going to put some music up. We are going to roll about 3 minutes of ads to get rid of the pre-rolls, and we will be back in just a few. Hello, we are back. Hope you all had a nice break. Let's get back to more blueprints. Let's see. Thank you, Vermin. So, what did this say? You know what? I want to write the rest of this. So, there was that phrase where it said the waters of the West Springs shall yet reveal more secrets. It said than these passages. Which feels significant. So, I have a couple of things I want to try, which I will talk about once we are in the game. So, if we look at this, it was a squiggle between 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3. So here. So I think one option is to mess with like a powered garage drafted to one of these rooms. Another thought that I had, because it says reveal more secrets than these passages, makes me think of the secret passage. I'm not sure if we need to draft it here or if we draft it here going this way, how that works. But I think we should do some messing around with the secret passage as well. And then we also want to start getting more observatories to get more of that, whatever's in that spiral of stars. And get more stars just in case there's more exciting things. Also, I need to deal with my nail because it feels like it's wanting to tear. So give me 1 second. All right, I am back. I just had to trim it before it ended up tearing. Yeah, it was just starting to lift up a little bit. Like it had just like a teeniest tiny little tear on the side, like right up against where it meets the nail bed. So I'm like, I need to trim this off before it tears and then possibly reveals some of the nail bed, which would be quite painful. So I managed to catch it before it did anything too bad. So now I just have a really short thumbnail. The rest of my nails are long and it's weird. All right. Before we go to the outer room, I want to get some dice as well because there are a couple of things that we haven't tried drafting in the outer room. One of the things could also be the secret passage. Could be interesting to draft there. Ooh, we need the observatory. Oh, there's a secret passage. That's fine. It'll come back, hopefully. I want that treasure trove, but we're gonna do the den. Yeah. We'll be all right. Then gain something. Oh, what are we gonna gain? I'm so intrigued. Kind of want to do the secret passage here. But I think I'm gonna see if I can get it over here. The fact that we're getting it again after revealing the books makes me feel like we're gonna be drawing the secret passage a lot because it's part of the puzzle. That could be me incorrectly metaing the game, but I kind of think it's correct. We'll see how many more times we draw it, I suppose. I think I'm gonna do the laboratory because I would like to start an experiment. Upgraded floor plan. I guess we'll do this. I'm less concerned about my lockpicking skills at the moment. This could give me useful things. Key, a gem, or a die. Yeah, any of that's good. Ooh, I do want the treasure trove. It's in a bad orientation though. Everything's just awkwardly oriented. Okay, we can do a second den. That's fine. Haven't seen the secret passage again. Okay, so it was here or here. 4 or 5. Guess let's do a hallway. Okay, this would not be useful for the prism key, so I think we just unlock this. So we have a garage as an option. We could try the garage here and then see if we can get a secret passage here. I'm just a little concerned. I think let's grab a garage. Oh, but the issue is we can't send power to it from a hallway. So that is unfortunate. I think I'm still gonna grab the garage. We can power it from the breaker box. I just can't imagine it'll do anything special. Let's do another workshop. Do our treasure trove. Oh, okay. Number 36. It is an unknown memo. Let's just open it so we'll know what color. Blue memo. Okay. Pink box. Sun symbol. Yenna means both rain and ruler in Arajan. I bet that's true. Oh, that makes that stamp make so much more sense. Because it says goodbye Yenna, hello water. And it means like goodbye rain, hello water, as in like goodbye the storms of the north and hello to the coastline, I think. I think that's probably true. We're not going to mark it as true, but I think it's probably true. Can't do the ballroom. Could do the parlor. I think I'd rather do the break room, though. Getting loads of dice. Four times 5 is 20. Times 2 is 40. Divided by 10 and 4 is 1. Half of 5, so we have 2.5. Divided by 5. Great. So it's basically 25 divided by 5, but then take the answer and move the decimal point over. So that is, so 2.5 divided by 5 is 0.5? So I think this answer is just 5? No, okay, hold on. 5, 2.5, 0.5, yeah, so it's 0.5. Invert that, becomes 5. Divide that by 5, it becomes 1. Inverted is still 1. Divide that by 5. Is 0.2. Inverted should be 2. So I think the answer is 2. Yeah, I think I do the gymnasium here so it gives us access to the foundation. And then from here, either we want the secret passage here, or we want to try and get it here. And I'm not sure which. Actually, before we do that, let's just go out the foundation. I want to head to our outer chamber now that we've got some dice to try to draft a shrine. And then once we have that drafted, I'll know how many dice I have left to work with. Because I really want that blessing of the monk. I have a couple of things I want to do with that. That I ended up not worrying about because I got sidetracked by other things when I was doing my outer building experiments. Trying right away? Nope. Okay, let's redraw. There we go. Easy peasy. And then I need to go back to my shrine notes. Where are my shrine notes? For the monk, I need 13. That'll give it to me for 3 days. Is that enough? I want to try secret passage, room 46. Is there anything else? So at most I really only need 2 days of it. And then I can use the 3rd day for something random. So let's do 13 coins. Perfect. Now, we either need to get into room 46 or a secret passage. It does mean we're going to lose our scepter. That's okay. I'm still not convinced it's actually doing anything right now. Is it this way? No, next one over. It's been a long time since I've been down here. Hello, all of my doors that I have solved. Hello. We could go back to the entrance hall. I don't think that's a terrible thing, but I kind of want to go here and see if we can get a secret passage. It feels very RNG though. Like, very unlikely to happen. Especially since, like, that kind of room doesn't naturally go in that orientation, but it might because of the position of it. I'm not convinced, but it is possible. Yeah, that's about what I expected. We'll do the West Wing Hall. All right. Well, we still want to try and get a secret passage. But we also... Ooh. You know what? Hallway closet. I almost never get to use this upgrade. Okay, so we are still looking for utility closet, prism key, ooh, actually maybe the locksmith should have been what I grabbed, because then we could have potentially bought a prism key. We also want to get into the antechamber, but we haven't come across any levers that open it. I don't like any of those options. Let's do the parlor to get some more gems. Let's see how annoying this logic is to solve. Doesn't look like it's too bad. This box is empty. A box with a false statement is empty. There are two false statements. If this is true, this must be false, which means this must be true, which means the black box would have the gems. If this is false, and this would have to be true, because if that's false, and this is false, then there would both be one and two false statements. So if that's false, this has to be true, which means this has to be false, which means that the black box has the gems. So in either case, the black box should have the gems. Why? What am I doing wrong with this one? Because if this is false, this box is empty, they would have to be in here. Yeah, I did not think that through properly. So yeah, if that's true, this would have to be false, which means that would have to be true. A box with a false statement is empty. So yeah, I was thinking a box with a false statement had to have the gems. So that would lead to this being And that's impossible. If this box is empty, a box with a false statement is empty. No, then it would mean the white box has the gems. So, and then in the other scenario, if this is false, then the blue box would have the gems. But is that scenario possible? If that's false, this would have to be true, which means this would have to be false. A box with a false statement is empty would be false, so a box with a false statement is not empty. I don't see how to tell the difference between the two. I don't know how to logic between the two, because it feels like it's either the blue box or the white box, and I can't tell the difference. If I have enough steps, though, I could brute force it. Ooh. I mean, I think I just made chamber, honestly. I don't need items laying around. Do the chapel. That'll give us a way into the antechamber if we can open that. I guess we do a den. It's not ideal, but it does allow us to progress. I mean, may as well do a passageway. It's like a vestibule, but better. Actually, the vestibule's kind of better, because the passageway could be locked, and the vestibule is only partially locked. Oh, we've got a treasure map. I forgot about that. Don't really like the orientation of any of this, but let's do the closed exhibit. Well, there's our secret passage. I think I draft it even though we won't be using it to go anywhere, because then at least we can draft it outside. And then let's do, I was going to do the gift shop. Let's do the boudoir, because that'll give us a gem and dice. We could do a ballroom. I feel like the dining room's actually better, though. Then we can have dinner. And lunch. All right, we're looking for the utility room. I think let's do the pool. Have a good night, show. Thanks for hanging out. Speaking of dinner, I'm starting to get hungry, which is weird because I feel like I ate not that long ago. None of these are useful. Let's redraw. Could do the laundry room in case we need more keys later. I guess, but I had a late lunch, so it's a little bit strange. But I also did not eat very much for breakfast, so it's probably normal. But I usually try to eat like pretty close to before stream time. So that way it kind of powers me through my stream and then I can eat when I'm done streaming. But even though I did that, I'm still kind of hungry now. Let's do the trophy room. But I don't think we're gonna find a way into the antechamber today. Like, we just don't have options for it. I guess if this is a greenhouse, even if it is... Oh, there's the utility closet. So we can at least turn the garage on. I don't think this is gonna do anything, but at least we can try it. So from here, we need to go through the den. That's this way. And then I think it's through the gymnasium into the courtyard. I think? No. Down through the break room and the treasure trove. So now we can pop this open. Can't go up the ladder. That looks like it's flowing from beneath Mount Holly out. Maybe this is what cascades into that waterfall. So it's probably coming from the reservoir. And that is probably coming from whatever this spring is. Can't walk through bushes. Okay. So we still need to try using the boiler to power the garage, doing something weird with the secret passage. Maybe something else? Something with the prism key, perhaps? These probably won't be locked. Or rather, the doors probably won't be locked. So I think picking this up is fine. We'll see. I might regret it. Let's go off of the spare veranda first. I guess we'll do the armory. Could do the walk-in closet. Let's do the walk-in closet, actually. Well, I was hoping for a key or something exciting, but it's fine. Let's go this way first. We don't have a shovel, so pulling the treasure map out of coat check doesn't feel super necessary. I don't think there's anything I need with the pump room, so I think I'm gonna redraw here. Let's do another break room. I can get keys off of that. It does trigger our experiment, though it's not super necessary at this point. All right. We've got 30. Times 2 is 60. Rounded to the nearest 100th is 100. Times 3 is 300. Rounds to 300. Divide by 10 is 30. Divide by 15 is 2. All right. 31. I think we did this one already. Maybe not. Okay. 31 inverted is 13. Minus 31 is negative 18. Plus 20 is 2. Plus... Okay, so we did this. So plus 20 is 2. Inverted is still 2. Plus 15 is 17. Plus 18. Wait. Oh, 2. This works out to plus 1. So that's 3. Yeah, this is 12 because it becomes 21. And then you invert it. We have had this one before. It's not the key that I wanted, but I will take it. I think I redraw here. Oh, redraw again. We want something going straight. Security will work. Let's take the music room. Maybe we'll get a prism key? No. Though, even if we did, I wouldn't have a place to put it because I did not draft claim code check. Yeah, and none of this matters. We could do the casino, actually. This is actually worth trying to increase our allowance again. How far away is the treasure trove? It's actually really close. All right. Wager 100, let's go! Give me those 4 allowance tokens. Oh, thank you. I didn't think that was gonna work. Okay. So to get to the secret passage, we can go this way. No. We have to go via the foundation. So back to the treasure trove is what I'm hearing. And then up to the den. And then through here, we want to go this direction. All right, let's call it a day here. We're not going to start tomorrow with anything, which is going to be weird. But let's do it. I mean, we'll have 2 gems, but it's going to be weird not having all of our other things. Okay, we've got a gem, which we need to draft it. So let's go draft it. Is this new? I don't remember seeing this there before. This looks new. Can't interact with it though. A white book. Not just a blank book, a white book. Because it says... "3 lines of light, 3 shades for seeing, 3 colors to count. A sum of 18, but the one left hidden remains to be seen." So it could be blank. It could be white. It's definitely not blue. It's definitely not black. Still feel like the secret passage is important. It could be that I need to draft it going north or south from one of these rooms. I don't know. The secret passage in these 2 rooms is just sticking in my brain. Also, hi, Koryo. I mean, we may as well pull a book. Yep, that's what I expected. It still says door. Okay. Well, now we know. So that means we're not going to be able to do anything with the secret passage today. So, goal for today is to get to room 46. Which means while I'm out here, I may as well bust it open. Oh, and of course to continue looking at the spiral of stars. All right, let's head back to the estate. And unfortunately, we cannot go up through the foundation because, as I said, we have nothing in our inventory. It feels weird. Actually, if we did get the Chamber of Mirrors, then it's possible we could mess with the secret passage today yet. But I'm not counting on that. Let's start with a den. Go ahead and do a hallway. And I have to do the observatory. Then gain one. One what? I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Maybe. Keys would be nice. Fine. Actually feels like a red room today. Let's increase that allowance. Oh, I really don't want to do security, but I feel kind of like I have to. No, I have no gems. All right. Let's head this way. Let's do the boudoir, because that'll give me some gems. And we'll do the workshop here. I don't know what's in there. We're gonna go this way first, though. View veranda. I think we kind of have to trophy room here. They'll give us more gems, which will open up our options. From here, something turning left would be good. Okay, we'll do the parlor. Then we're gonna backtrack to the workshop so we can dip in there and grab whatever's in here. Just a battery pack. Oh well. Now we don't have to go back. I am getting a little concerned about our step count, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. I can probably figure out how to solve this one. Let's find out. The gems are in the white box. Maybe. Statement with the word white are always true. If so, these both would have to be true. The statement on the white box is true. Okay, that's a problem. So we know that this must be false because all three statements contain the word white and one of them has to be false. So this is false. We know that the statement on the white box is not true, so this is false, which means this has to be true. The gems are in the white box. I think courtyard's fine. Give me a little bit more gems. Increase our allowance. Was hoping for an item, but alas. We want something that turns right. None of those do that. I guess technically the den does. Why did I say none of those do that? Literally, these both do. I think I was hyper focusing on the garage. Okay. I think we'll come back here. I do kind of want a chamber of mirrors. But I am also trying to get to the antechamber. I think the foyer will help me do that. I did want a chamber of mirrors, but that will stop me there. Let's do the treasure trove. I don't know that we can open this yet. Ooh. All right, what color do we want? I mean, today we kind of want hallways. All right, let's make a note. Of number 37. We probably won't be opening it today, but we might. We don't know the color of the memo, but it's a black box. And it has a sun symbol. Alright, we don't have a key card, so we can't go there yet. Ooh. Yeah, let's do a passageway. Because we know that this will be unlocked. We can tunnel into the antechamber. I think that's probably... Or should we vestibule? I think vestibule's probably better. Not thrilled about any of these. But maybe we classroom, because that'll give us some free redraw. And then may as well corridor here because it literally does not matter. Need an extra delicious apple. Could do another passageway. I mean, I don't see why not. Except that we're burning through gems, but it's fine. I think let's do the East Wing Hall. I kind of want to just do hallways. It's kind of a shame we don't have the experiment of any time you draft a hallway off of another hallway, because the scepter would be really helping us with that. Ooh. If we do the weight room, we can get into room 46 today. It's just gonna hurt a little bit. Is there anything else I wanted to do? Well, we may as well see what we can draft from these. Literally none of this matters. We'll do the hallway, I guess. Yeah, we can keep working on our allowance, I suppose. Can't go through there. 12, 11, 10, 9, 14, 13. Okay, we can still explore a little bit. Kind of looking for the dining room. Okay, we can still go in here. Think we buy the bracelet. Because we're running a little bit low on gems. We could tunnel. I think I want a kitchen because I can buy some food. don't think we're gonna get the morning room, but I'm gonna try. I mean, I guess we'll do the Great Hall. Don't see why I shouldn't. Okay, we can go north here. We'll do the... Ooh. I was gonna do the aquarium. I think I still might. Because it'll increase our stars. Gives us a way in there. And we aren't as desperate for steps anymore, which is helpful. I don't remember where this treasure goes. I think I'm gonna do coat check here. Okay, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, rank 6, column 4. So here, I think. No, here, in the passageway. Okay, so, I think I'm gonna put that back into coat check. And just try to remember, I want to draft a bedroom here at some point. Let's do the hallway. This can be anything, really. It doesn't kind of matter where it goes. I guess we'll do the music room. Because if it's a prism key, it sure is. I'm gonna go put that into coat check, I think. Yeah, we should have the steps to be able to keep exploring, then go back there. Let's do a clock tower. We need to redraw. This is still bad. We'll do the morning room. I don't think I need to actually go in there. I just want the gems for tomorrow. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to pop that prism key into coat check. Because we can always get... Oop. We can always get a treasure map later. Alright. Don't know what we're doing with the prism key, but it's in there. Okay. Just kind of taking in the surroundings. before we call it a day here and see what happens. All right. We left a lot yet unexplored. That's fine. All right, one more. Six keys, 4 gems, and 80 gold is not a terrible way to start the day. Interesting. It doesn't even have a preview. Okay. Ooh. Certified property deed. Lord, so we've already gotten a deed. Is this a different deed? We'll have to read through it. I see you. The clocks are still at 1:30, the sacred hour. The windows are much less nice. Let's see. Hollyleaf Mountain, boundaries, covenants. My mark in the grand year of Fen Aries 1912, Lord Arthur. Okay, let's reread this. Know all men by these presents that Lord Arthur Clementine, rightful owner of the land that rests in the northern range of the Reddington Mountains, doth grant and convey to the bearer of this document, Lady Arave of Trinsdale, the land, forest, and waters of the sheer cliffs that rest in the northern shadow of the Hollyleaf Mountain, with all the rights, privileges, and appurtenances thereunto belonging. Boundaries. The property of Mount Holly consists of dense woods flanked by cliff walls, irrigated by mountain spring streams, and punctuated by several runoff waterfalls. This area is sheltered between the summit's northern slope and saddle, spanning across 80 odd acres. There's 8 again of land. The property is situated southwest of Reddington, bounded on the south by steep crags, and abutting the east of the high road to Tanner Fork. Covenants. I, Lord Arthur Clementine, covenant, promise, and agree with Lady Arave, her heirs and assigns, that I am lawfully seized and possessed of said premises, that the same are free and clear of all encumbrances, that I have good right to sell and convey the same to the said Lady Arave, her heirs and assigns, and that I will warrant and defend the same against all lawful claims and demands whatsoever. In hand and seal I make my mark in the grand year of Fen Aries 1912. Now, if we are to solve this down here, is there something new behind this? That was 1 and also 8. I can't remember. One of these is 2 and one of these is 3. And I think it's like this. This one is 7. Like this? like this. Anything new here? So you've definitely read this before. It doesn't seem any different. Why is this out? I don't know. That is the same. So I guess if you haven't solved the 8 realms in 8 months puzzle, you can still get a look at the deed. But I don't see why. Like, I feel like I'm not really getting any new information, which is fine. Not every room needs to give you any new information. Or any of these buttons. Probably not. I still am going to tap. Okay. Well, at least that's one experiment down. We know we don't have to worry about that now. So I guess my next goal is 1, maybe get the prism key out of storage. 2, try to draft a secret passage here or here. We do not want a freezer. It's too early for you. Let's do a conference room. It'll be useful if we end up getting like a secret garden or something. Or decide to spread gold in the estate. Not that we really need it, but not gonna hurt. Let's see. Maybe a break room? Get our hands on a special key, maybe? All right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 14. 1 divided by 4 is 0. Plus 4.3 is 4. It's just 4. No? Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 14. All right, let's do this again then. So it's 1. Oh, because yeah, I get why. Divided by 4 is 0.25. Plus 4 is 4.25. Plus 0.3, repeating, is 4.583333. So that rounds up to 5. So it's 5, not 4. Ooh, I'll take that. We could do a hallway. Oh, we do not want the secret passage here. Let's do the workshop. I'm trying to get my hands on dice and maybe the treasure trove. Thank you. I think we leave this for a minute. We'll come back for you. All right, it is a green note. There are secrets in the rooms you drain. Well, the only room... Well, there's definitely secrets in the aquarium. But this implies there's secrets in all the rooms you drain. I don't know if that's true, and I'd have to go through more of the memos to see if that's a true or false statement. I think it has to be true though, because at least some of them have secrets. If it's false, there'd be no secrets. And we know there are secrets in the aquarium which you can drain, so it must be true. Security is tempting. Let's go ahead and do security, and then we can also mess with the security level and get a experiment going. Okay. Stars for sure. I feel like fireplace rooms, because I might not find any security doors. I'm a little worried about using all of these keys. I think I'm gonna do the Geist bedroom. Observatory. Gain 1 key. Okay. I don't think I want this yet. I'm really curious because, I'm thinking about the note in Lady Epson's chamber where it says, "Does it never end?" And I think it's talking about this constellation where it's just going to keep adding words over and over and over and over again to the spiral of stars thing. Okay, here or here. So we need to Let's approach from the foundation. Oof. I mean, we can use the break room and then try to turn to the left. Oh, come on. Okay, so we have... Oh, this isn't too bad. 10 over 3 plus 5 over 3 is 15 over 3, which is 5. Squared is 25. Sorry, negative 10 minus 5 is negative 15 over 3, which is negative 5 squared is 25. Minus 20 is 5. Squared is 25 divided by 5 is 5. Sure is. Okay. 18. Minus 14 is 4. Times 15 is 60. Divided by 20. 60 divided by 20, that's 3. Squared is 9. Rounds up to 10. Plus 31 is 41. Minus 20 is 21. Minus 3, 19, 18, 17? No. Where did I go wrong? Oh, because it's 18, because this isn't 3, this is 2. What? Alright, let's math this again. 18 minus 14 is 4. 4 times 15 should be 60. Because you have 15, 30, 45, 60. Yes. Divided by 20 is 3. Because you can take off the zeros and it becomes 6 divided by 2, which is 3. You square that. 3 squared is 9. Rounded to the nearest tens place is 10. So now we have 10 plus 31 is 41. Minus 20 is still 21. It should be 18. I don't know why it isn't. Because then you subtract off 1/3 of 6, which is 2. Wait. 21, 20, 19. Math. Ugh. These are very unlucky draws. I'm just trying to go left. Okay, we can do a hallway. We want to go left again. Hallway again it is. We want to go straight south. Okay. Ugh. West Wing Hall. Okay, so now I want to backtrack to the treasure trove. Must have walked right by that earlier. Or, because I solved the puzzle, did I get money? Is that what happened? That might be what happened. Always, please. I don't know. I don't remember seeing that, but maybe I just missed it. All right, let's try to get our hands on a secret passage. I think we redraw. And again. There it is. Okay. There is, so this is where the white book was. So we're clearly missing something. Let me look at my notes again. From Prism Pristine, 3 paths convene. Don't know what that means. 3 lines of light, 3 shades for seen. 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. But the one left hidden remains to be seen. Not sure what that means. It's possible that instead of coming like this, we have to go this way? Like, maybe we need to draft the secret passageway here or here and go west? The end of the spiral is near. It's possible we also need more of the spiral of stars unlocked. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these passages. I think we need a library again. Guess let's do a classroom. I have a couple of bedrooms. I feel like, I don't want to waste my gems on that though, because I won't have any left. Maybe we just redraw here. Well, we're gonna do the foyer because we have our hallway scepter. I guess we'll do a spare veranda. Yeah, we'll pop in here real quick so we can get the shovel and open this. Ooh, Ooh. Where does this go? Rank 6. Break room. Disappointing. Why am I beeping? Oh, I think I'm... Nope. I thought I was done beeping, but I'm sure not. There we go. Okay. We'll go this way. Do a courtyard so we can get some gems back. Quite a lot of gems back, actually. You know what, Furman? You mentioning that the book we saw in the outer chamber being a blank book, it's possible we need to water it to tint it like we did in the library. I wonder if that's what you were thinking when you pointed out it's a blank book. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to do that at the moment. So we need to try to get a watering can with water from the distillery, and then we'd have to put it into coat check, I think. Let's do the kitchen because I need food. Hi, welcome in. How you doing today? Glad to hear it. I did want a library because I wanted to reread. The end of the spiral is near. Stay vigilant and rose wary. What does rose wary mean here? For the thorns we discover are twice as sharp at the conclusion of each of our journeys. One final counsel, I leave you the waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. So many plans, but not enough dreams. Your mother, are they? We might need more spiral. And then we wrote all of this down. And this is definitely like a little squiggle mark. Yeah, now I'm thinking we need to get the watering can back. And get it into coat check, which is gonna take a long time. Well, you say locked doors. That's cute. I don't think there's any reason to go in there. I mean, I guess we could pop in there and grab the crown. Well, we'd have to get the throne room to open it then, which I honestly cannot be bothered to do. I am curious what key this will give me. I know it won't be the prism key because that's in code check. All right, we want to turn leftward. I mean, passageway, I guess. To the morning room. I really want to go back to the treasure trove and just fill up on money and see how much we can end up with. It's entirely too much, though. I think I go down the foundation and we go from the entrance hall again. We've also got a final blessing of the monk. So I need to figure out if there's anything interesting or useful we want to draft in the outer room. Okay, let's go off the kennel first. Pet a lovely little dog. Hello. Very good boy. Am I out of hallways? Aside from the East Wing Hall, possibly. No, I have a corridor left. Do we do the break room or the storeroom? Let's do the break room. That'll give us more pathways to explore. And we get to do more math. -20. -4. +1 is -3. Times 3 is 9. And then squared again is 81. -40 is 41. -20 is 21. -10 is 11. Get the corridor out of the way. Yeah, the math is getting very complex. Let's do a workshop. Actually, you know what? I kind of want a tunnel. For a very, very specific reason. I want to put a tunnel here too. Okay, that's fun. And much easier to see. All right, conference room. Is there anything in here? No. Kind of don't need to rotate anything. Let's do the drawing room. It sure did. I guess let's workshop. I don't think I have anything worth making. I could make a super shovel. I could make a detector shovel. I could make a super sledge. I don't think any of that's worth making. Guess we'll do a den. Oh, I still have passageways in the vestibule. Oh, that's right. I did grab a second passageway. Forgot that I did that. I think we'll just use a regular key here. Well, we'll do the dining room so we can get some dinner. Not even quite sure what I'm looking for here. We could do a weight room. Ooh, I don't think our prism key is going to help us here, but let's go ahead and bust it out. Because I think we can make it back to the secret passage. Okay, let's go down to the conference room. This is the last door we can open. I think I do the casino. I was gonna do the pantry for the steps, but I don't think I need them. So let's just try to get some more allowance. Nope. Okay, let's see. We're here. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, we can at least get the prism key to the secret passage. My issue is that because I have already drafted a room behind it, that even if this was the correct method, it's probably not gonna work. What am I trying? It's hard to explain. I don't think this is the correct way to do it, but I'm trying to find the West Spring. And there's something about a prism pristine, which to me suggests it's a prism key that is not tinted any color. But yeah, I don't think this would work anyway because... So we saw a book appear here. We had drafted this secret passage in from the grounds, and a white book appeared here. And initially I was thinking, oh, well, maybe we need to bring the prism key to unlock stuff, blah, blah, blah. And now what I'm thinking is we need to draft this to the grounds, but also have the still water that we used to reveal the other blank books is my thought. Which means we are a bit out of luck because I do not have the watering can anymore. I kind of don't want to draft anything. Like, I don't want to have an outer room from the house. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 6. That'll be the entrance hall. I mean, we don't have to draft it, whatever it is. Ooh, we could get a foyer, though. I think that's our most useful option. Also, I am really tired today, so I am going to call it a little bit early. We're going to end an hour early, so like now. But we did at least find something. I will take that. We got a couple of good days done. We solved at least part of the puzzle leading up to accessing the West Spring. So we will have to come back next time and figure out more of that. Probably get our hands on a watering can again. I hope you have a good night or a good rest of your day wherever you are located. All right, let's go ahead and move to our end screen. Oh, I'm not on here. Here I am. All right, we'll get some music going. We'll say goodnight. I'll let you all know where you can find me next, what we're going to be up to, all that good stuff. All right. Let's get those credits going. As always, thank you all so much for being here, hanging out and watching. Shout out to all of our mods for doing mod things. I appreciate you all very much. Special thanks to all of our supporters over on Ko-Fi. Furman, again, thank you so much for the 35 months. We are going to be off tomorrow, Sunday, and probably Monday. I'm thinking about sneaking in a little bonusy blueprint stream, in part because my VODs on YouTube are starting to catch up to my live streams, which is a bit of a problem when I only stream it once a week, but I post it twice a week. So we'll see. I probably won't, but there's a chance I may pick up a bonus stream on Monday. But I'll definitely be back on Tuesday with more Dragon Age the Veilguard. Then we're going to be off probably Wednesday and Thursday. But we'll be back on Friday with more blueprints, because apparently there's still more to find. If you are new here, be sure to hit that follow button. You can also hit the bell next to the heart and get notifications right here on Twitch whenever I go live. Or if you're watching on YouTube, hello! Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you are looking for notifications elsewhere, you can join the Discord or follow me on Blue Sky. I post in all those places whenever I start streaming and whenever I have a new YouTube video upload. If you're looking for places off of Twitch and YouTube to find and support my content, I have a Ko-Fi, it's my tip jar. I've got a Patreon where you can find all of my art stuff, including all of my art fight stuff, because I'm doing art fight this month and it's been very fun. All right, where shall I send you? It's early, so I don't actually know who's streaming. Let's see. I think let's raid into Invert. Invert is playing Dune Awakening. I honestly have not heard the best things about this game, but I'm sure he's having a good time. So let's go raid in and say hello to Invert. What team? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, what team for art fight? I'm on Team Crystals. I've done 6 attacks so far. More to come. Heck yes. Let's fight with art. Alrighty, again, thank you all so much for being here, hanging out, watching. Have a great night. Have an amazing weekend. And I will see you all again very soon.